If you eat 3 more peas, I will give you more chicken or a cupcake. I'm going to tell you why I absolutely do not recommend my clients do this and why you shouldn't either. I'm a pediatric dietitian. I specialize in picky eaters. When you start bargaining over food, it becomes a power struggle, and we want to avoid power struggles at the table pretty much at all costs because they become stressful for you and for your child. Now, the reason this is ineffective is because when you start saying things like you need to eat 3 peas before you get the chicken nugget, you're essentially telling the child that these peas are so awful, you need to get a reward in order to eat them. And if you're rewarding with a chicken nugget or a cupcake, you're essentially saying, this nugget and cupcake is so good that you need to get through this awful thing of the peas first. One of my new clients is struggling with this at the moment, that mum and dad are not quite on the same page about when to offer desserts. And they were telling me about a cupcake that the daughter really wanted and the dad wanted to hold out because she was already fixated on the cupcake before the mealtime started. So he wanted to make her eat some of the food that was on her plate before getting the cup. The problem was, yes, she did try some of the food on her plate before she got the cupcake, but she still really, really wanted the cupcake. And once the cupcake came to the table, she wanted nothing to do with the other. Now, if you've been on my page before, you'll know that I'm a big fan of putting the dessert on the plate with everything else and allowing your child to pick the order of the food they eat. That's what the division of responsibility is all about. What food is provided, when food is provided, and where food is provided is the parent's. And then your child's job is to decide what from that food they want to eat and if they want to eat and how much they want to eat. In the method that I use, I take this a step further and I also say that it's the order that your child wants to eat their food. How would you feel if you were at the table with your partner and they said to you that you have to eat your foods in a certain order? Oh no, you're not allowed to eat your green beans or your salad until you've eaten your steak. Like what? So in the same way, if you're planning to give your child this cupcake, put it on the plate and allow it to just be one of the normal foods that is on the plate. It is another food. Don't you come at me saying that sugar is poison and all that BS. That is not accepted here. We want children to grow up having a healthy relationship with all food. Cupcakes exist. Your child is going to come into contact with cupcakes. I'm not suggesting you go and give your baby a cupcake. But I am suggesting that once your child knows what a cupcake is, if you start restricting it, they're going to want it even more, which is doing the opposite of what you actually want in the long term. If you're dealing with a picky eater in addition to a child who's obsessed with sweets, chances are these two things are going hand in hand because sweets are really easy to like. Putting sweets on the plate is not going to solve all your problems. That's why this client is working with me, but it's really a good start. I've got online courses that deal with both picky eaters and sweets. Stress-Free Sweets and Eats is all about how to curb the fixation on sweets while also promoting a healthy relationship with food. And if you've got a picky eater, you're also going to want to grab the Mealtimes Without Meltdowns course and you can buy the bundle. Let me know if you have any questions.